Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Gypsy Poet Radio. I'm the Gypsy Poet. And this weekend, we are featuring a band from the absolutely beautiful yet cold Finland. Please welcome the relentless, the hard-hitting, and the powerful, Destined to Die.
Hello. How are you, Zelda?
I'm doing good. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Wow. It's wonderful to have you again on GPR. I'm excited to have you once again.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Yes. No, I'm excited to have you. I got to ask you, have you set a date for the new album?
Well, no date is set yet, but I hope before the end of the year. Now we have about half of the songs ready and a few good ideas waiting. But really the challenge is to find the time. Recording can be quite time-consuming, and there's still day jobs and family who need attention. Stay tuned on Facebook and we'll let you know.
Of course, the power of social media, and I'm excited for you. And I'm glad that you keep everybody posted on what's going on. Okay, I want to know, what bands have y'all opened for?
Well, the big names and gigs, they're yet to come, because we've only been actively playing live for about a year now. But a couple I can mention, Solitaire and Revolvers. Pretty cool bands we played with.
It's awesome to know. And I love this question. What bands opened
We're in the
for
beginning
you?
of all this. We're just about to start.
Yes. Awesome. Please enjoy this song. It's called Flight of the Fish.
Just another silly boring day in this crazy
was an awesome song called Fly to the Fish from Destined To Die. So we were getting to the question about what bands have opened for you. And so what bands have opened for you guys?
Yeah, well, a couple worth mentioning. Definitely Amber Shadows. That's great girl energy, by the way. I think you'd love it. All aggressive, hippie kind of rock. Cool.
And speaking
and a couple of nice cover
have...
bands, Mother Mouse and Mockingbird.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
How exciting that is. Oh, wow. And speaking of bands, there is one band that I absolutely positively love because one of my best friends is listening in. I gotta send a big shout out to my friend Scott Westrom out there. I love you, Scott. Thank you for listening in. He is one of your biggest bands at this point, and he does love your music. And one thing he and I talked. I'm sorry. Say that again.
No, go on.
Oh, okay.
I just said it's
what I was going to say is what I was going to say is that one thing he and I talk often about is the band Nightwish, because we love that band. and why I'm asking about Nightwish is because it's one of my favorite bands, and I was wondering if that is a band that you've wanted to collaborate or do a show or do a tour with. So can you answer that one?
Oh, Nightwish? Yeah, like, I'm a fan too. Actually, I've been a fan since I was a teenager. It's been a huge inspiration for me. I think their work is just like amazing. It's great. I'd give almost anything to open up for Nightwish. That would be like huge. They're brilliant.
They are. They're amazing. I love Nightwish myself, and I was introduced to them a number of years ago, and I think it was their third album a good friend of mine gave me, and I just absolutely fell in love with it. Their sound is loud, and it's symphonic and full and beautiful. Absolutely blows my mind. I
totally agree.
Yeah. So what makes you appreciate creating music? That's what I want to know.
Okay, well, music. Well, it's magic. And I think it's like when you know how much hard work it can be, how the options there are, especially in the studio, because there's so many ways you can do things, and sometimes you just have to appreciate it when you hear something done in a brilliant or inventive way, because that's just, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I do appreciate everybody who's an artist and puts themselves out in there.
Mhm. Pretty awesome. Earlier I played Flight of the Fish. Can you tell me a little bit about that song? What's the story behind it?
Flight of the Fish is pretty cool. There's this shop, and there's a couple of guys who blow stuff up and now do all kind of crazy things. And they have this little goldfish called Sveinung, and they almost leave the fish in the house when they're about to blow it up. And it's about, what would happen if the fish would actually die. So it's a funny song, with a little blink in the eye.
Very cool. The next one on the list that I have for this evening is called Ragnarok. I'm going to play that a little bit later. But what I want to ask is, at the end of the day, what matters most to you?
In the end, well, first of all, that you've given it all. Of course, rock the house and have no regrets. And try and remember to be grateful for all that I have in life, because it's not for granted, and sometimes I feel like we pay far too little respect for everything that we've gained.
No. All right, so what's the story behind Ragnarok?
Well, Ragnarok, that's a really positive song in a way that it is about the world's end, like an ultimate mentality. But it's actually like the message of the song, no matter how hard life is, you should just keep on going and believe in a better future and better tomorrow. Get out there, not worry too much.
Pretty awesome. So here we go. This is called Ragnarok. Please enjoy. awesome stuff. I love that. Loud, bombastic,
Thank you very much.
but on it. Oh, you're
Got good
on it.
energy.
I love it. Yes. Your band is pure energy. I love it. All right. So, what is your latest album about? Is it a mood, an atmosphere, or an overall emotion? Let's talk about that.
Okay. Well, it's a whole family, and the name. Well, think about it. The name is Destined To Die, and the album name is Dig Your Own Grave. So at first glance, people think that now the gravestone's about to fall, and it's all about death and stuff. But actually, the message is more like that we realize that we're all just humans, and our time here is limited. So why not have some fun before it's up, and try not to take everything so seriously. I'd put it that way.
That. It's because I've been listening to the album, and it's got a great ambiance about it. Y'all have a very, very powerful sound, and it's a sound that I'm very much drawn to. Yes, the whole synchronicity, the entirety of the album is just pure color and just the sinister sound that's missing, and it's hard to get out of your head.
There's all kinds of feelings in it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hard it's so hard to get it out of your head. It's like, I mean that seriously, because it's so hard-hitting and bombastic and loud and crazy, and just the energy in it is just mesmerizing to me. And the way that you all write it. Yeah, it is. Well, you are. You absolutely are. And so I want to talk about this one. This is one I really want to engage in. Do you inspire each other in the studio? And the reason I ask this question
all the time.
I feel it. I feel it. Yes. Go for it.
Yeah, of course, all the time. I mean, you have to be supportive on your bandmates, and you sort of have the spirit together when you do it, because if you don't, then shit just don't get done properly. And it's a bit hard to do something, if one storms out of the room, like pissed off, or someone's down and has like no feeling to play, and because then you don't get the soul on the result. It's pretty important to have the spirits together, and it's just lift each other up.
I know last night I asked about the year 2020 and what you expect it to bring you. Now, I want to come back to this question, because what I want to know is what are you looking forward to musically from this year?
Looking forward musically. Well, of course, one thing that we want to do is to make even better music, and maybe take a little bit heavier way even to it. And I'm really looking forward to get the next album done, and also play awesome live shows.
That'd be awesome. I would really love to see more of your music out there. So for those of you just tuning in, I would like for you to know that Destined To Die does have a website, so you can go ahead and go to Google and put in Destined To Die, heavy metal band from Finland. Also check them out on Spotify, check them out on Pandora, check them out also on Apple Music, and anywhere there's a music platform, their music is out there. It's wonderful, absolutely amazing. Also I want to give a shout-out to, again, my friend Scott Westrom, who's tuning in and giving me some love for GPR. And, of course, we've got Ron Gehring, who's also on Facebook and putting out GPR on the air. Thank you all so much. Anyways, so what I want to do is I want to play an encore. I want to play Ragnarok one more time, so we can have a taste of what's coming from Destined To Die. Have a listen, and I'll be right with you.
Every single day.
love that song, Ragnarok. It's amazing. It's crazy. Wow.
Thank you so much.
So those of you tuning in, please check out Destined To Die on all musical platforms, Apple Music, Pandora, Spotify, and anywhere that people can get access to it. Thank you so much for calling in. And also want to give some love out there to some of my listeners, including my friend Scott Westrom, and of course Ron Gearing for being such a wonderful help from Bandemonium. I really, really appreciate this very much. And as for you, Zelda, keep rocking, sister. You have got an amazing voice. Your range is powerful, colorful, and vibrant. You really know how to bring vibration into the world with your voice. You bring a soul to the universe. Seriously, I absolutely positively.
Thank you so much for those kind words. I'm about to rock.
The last thing I want to ask is about Finland. One thing I noticed about Finland is that it's got a very, very diverse music scene. I want to ask, how does it feel to be a part of such an amazing scene in Finland like that?
Well, it's quite an honor, and especially the metal scene here in Finland is really big. I don't know if it's because it's so dark and cold or most of the time of the year. But anyway, it's like, it just talks to people, and you can actually just put all the power out, and, it makes you feel strong. So it's, I love it.
It was awesome. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end the show here, but I want to say thank you so much for calling in and being a part of my GPR family. And, again, those of you tuning in, please check out Destined To Die, and don't hesitate to check them out on YouTube either. Check them out on Spotify, Pandora, and Apple Music, and anywhere else that music is available on any platforms. They are amazing. They're loud. They're crazy. And they're vibrant. And I cannot wait to see you guys on tour in 2020. Thank you so, so very much. All right, so I'm signing off, saying adieu for now. But when I do, and as I do, I want you all to access anything that says Destined To Die on it, because they are amazing. They truly are. Thank you all so much. So this is the Gypsy Poet signing off, saying adieu for now.